Oh, bloody hell. Demon Tower, because, you know, the forces of chaos do so enjoy really being kind of a pillock, really. Yeah, I know your blimmin' mana is exhausted because of my actions. That is perfectly understandable, and I do not hold it against you. It's not you. It's me. Oh, bloody hell, the terrain here doesn't like me, does it? There we go. Right, so finish deployment immediately. You need to move and grab that. Then could you theoretically go and charge the archers? Ah, okay, that's a lot of Nevergates. I do not like the Nevergates. I think the Nevergates need to leave me alone, to be honest. Right, so we know that they're coming. There's Bloodfang Drast. Hello, Neverhounds. I will make sure that you never hound me ever again if I have my way. Bloody hell. Spell absorption. Ah. And might, so go after them. Go after those ones. Wait, what are you doing? What are my Blackthorns doing? Did I alter them? It's a little off. Hold on. So, cavalry. Yes, you're going for those Neverhounds. Good. Ah, leave me alone with those thunderbolts. Right. I really need to make sure that they do not have all those Nevergates. Right, go for those persist skirmishers.
A spell has been cast.
Again, the way you say that is so weird. A spell has been cast. Go for the archers.
The enemy has cast a spell.
Right, Neverhounds are losing. Good. I could go for the archers with my cavalry now. Right, you go for this one, I suppose. It's the one you're close to at any rate. Right. Neverhouse. William, I hope you're going for Bloodfang Drast. He is a bit of a pillock. Oh, come on. Bloodfang Drast has been killed. Ah, more Neverhounds. You go and intercept those Neverhounds before they cause too much of a stir. Though they are being archered quite well. Yes, you have intercepted them successfully. No, you haven't. Bowman, retreat. Retreat. Do not let those Neverhounds muck you up. Are you winning? You better be winning.
A spell was cast.
Lou! What are you doing? Archers, back up.
Your unit is going to die.
I know my unit is going to die. They got demonic doggies munching on their giblets. I don't like netherhounds. They're so infuriating. I suppose it didn't help that their formation was specifically the one that's not very good for... can you just do your restoring might to try and heal some people? Not that it's probably going to do much, but... Aha! Possessed skirmishers. Exactly the type of people to get trundled by my cavalry. Well, the exact sort of people that don't happen to also be archers. Hurry up and die. My Deepwood warriors are kind of really taking a punishment here.
Your soldiers are going to die.
No, they're not. It'll be fine.
The enemy has cast a spell.
The enemy can go suck it. Quickly go for those archers. They're running away too quickly for their own good. Or not. Those possessed warriors not dying. Run for it. Oh dear, they seem to have got their nether reinforcements. Ow. I don't care for these lightning bolts.
The enemy has cast a spell.
The enemy needs to leave off.
Your men are going to die.
My men will be fine. Why are you not running? Haste! I know they say slow and steady wins the race, but this isn't that sort of a race. Yes, please, catch them. Ha! Spears to the cavalry type unit. Okay, they're still not quite dead. Possessed
Victory
archers.
is near.
I can afford to speed up now.
The enemy has cast a spell.
The enemy needs to cease and desist. Come on, kill them before they get more reinforcements.
The enemy has
bloody
cast
hell.
a spell.
Too late.
A spell has been cast.
Spell has been cast. Blackthorns, I suppose go this way. What are you doing? Just kill everything. I despise these pests.
A spell was cast.
Right. Get up here and make it a run. Yes, good. If we're lucky, this thing will die before... Nope. More enemy.
A spell was cast.
Leave off. Die, Neverhounds. I mean, you're not exactly tough, but it's a nuisance regardless. There we go. I only lost just over half what they lost, and that's because they got reinforcements repeatedly. It was irritating, but I can cope. I am the strategic military genius. Yeesh. Plenty of gold, though.
My lord, although the purge of the Fomorian nest dealt the enemy a devastating blow, I'm afraid that it only marks the beginning of a new quest, even more challenging than the one before. In the Fomorian nest, we found a gate to the darkest reaches of the Otherworld. As long as it remains open, the Fomorians will continue to swarm into our world. The Grail was supposed to be able to close these gates. Now, you must find out how to replace the mightiest artifact in the world.
Of course I do. And... Aha! Oh. Heartwood Protectors. Oathbounds. So what's the difference? So if I keep going along the Blackthorn line, they do extra damage against horsemen and monsters, whereas the Vindicators also have that, but they can also throw javelins. They cost more to recruit. They do less inherent melee damage, but they actually come with defense and more of a will to fight. Knights Errant. Okay, so I've got experienced Iron Guards compared to their Oathbound conscripts. Conscripts can't do line formations, have more melee damage, less defense, more will to fight. That applies even when I get here, but then there's the Knights Errant, which has even less damage, but way more on the defense. Oh, what? And when they go up a level, their defense shoots down a bit. Although... Huh. Well, that's... I suppose that could be a useful thing, the whole extra magic shield. But I'm not sure I really care for that. They do circle formations rather than wedges. See, I'm liking the look more of the Oathbounds. Yes, they come with less defense, but I can work on that. Okay, so when I get to the Heartwoods, Deepwood Veteran... more damage, less HP, more will to fight. Archers. So when I get hit, poison bolts. The defense and shooting defense of the enemy don't decrease the damage of the unit, which is kind of cool. They do less overall damage, but they have more HP. Their accuracy is the same. Then when I get the red sleeves, they get instant like. Instantly I want these guys. Same. Less shooting damage. More HP. More will to fight. So instantly I like the red sleeves based exclusively on that. So my morality is, oh, I can actually buy Springborn now apparently. They are light infantry, they are armoured, and they get that. Whereas these are heavy infantry that ignore all negative terrain modifiers. So that's specifically Christianity. Christianity, rightful Christianity, tyrant Christianity. Oh wow. Some of these guys look pretty cool. Like cavalry. Haha. So I got the choice to get Royal Veterans or Camelot Knights. Camelot Knights do more damage, have more defense. Oh, okay. They're just slightly slower. Which, yeah, I mean, in every other way, they are superior. That's cool. And that looks bloody evil. But that's a good thing as well. See, I'm already thinking the Crusader, the Camelot Knights are the better option. Less HP, more straight up damage, and more defense. I mean, okay, so Wasteland is better than Camelot. But not better than the Silver. In fact, the Silver just looks like an inherent downgrade, other than the mass regeneration. But they look evil. Why are they there? Magic. Ooh. Well, I need to get to my territory.
On my way.
I am stuck here. Oh, thank God, you're all the way down there. Yeah, you're a little close.
Sir, I am compelled to admit defeat. I have spent an entire year tending your father, but his condition has not improved. His wounds are clearly magical in nature, but never before have I seen anything like these. Well, I'm certain there is only one man who could suggest a cure, and that is Merlin. Have you considered finding his apprentices? I learned that one of them, Broderick, has just made an appearance in Worcester. He might know something of his master.
Goody goody gumdrop. New diplomacy action available. Gates and seals. Tainted one of Worcester. Right, first priority. Okay, battle.
Advised you to
Instantly I can see battle not possible, so let's go to gates and seals.
On my way.
Please leave me alone. You were big and scary.
Sir Meliot advised you to look for the secret of the seals and gates in this monastery. The monks living here have spent decades researching the gates to the otherworldly place called Samain, so they might be able to help.
Goody.
There is a storm raging when you reach the monastery, so you leave your army behind in a valley to seek shelter in the village. The abbot greets you in a friendly manner, shows you to your room, then invites you to dinner. You can ask your questions about the Fomorian Gate then.
Will do. Continue.
The abbot tells you that after years of studying the old tomes, they found a way to close the gates to Samain. But before they share the secret with you, they ask you something in return. A holy relic disappeared from the monastery last night, and they want to know who stole it.
Again? You seem to have a bit of an issue with your holy relics. I shall help you.
The abbot tells you that nobody left the monastery because of the storm, so the thief must be inside. There is a knight here who was looking for shelter, so you might start the investigation by asking him.
Do you know anything of this knight?
I don't know much about him, but his name is Sir William. I had never seen him before, only yesterday, when he asked for shelter from the storm. He spends his time in the tower room.
Tell me about the artifact.
The most useful property of the artifact is that it is able to protect us inside the walls, all of us Christians, from demonic influence, and keeps the possessed outside.
That sounds important. I will go and find your knight.
You find Sir William in his room, and he seems anxious to be on his way. He is only waiting for the roads to become passable. He greets you politely and asks what he can do for you.
Did you hear anything strange during the night?
A noise woke me up. I heard the voice of a young priest, Jonas, but I couldn't understand what he was saying or who he was talking to.
What were you doing after supper?
I drank some wine with Father Bernard. He got a little tipsy and fell asleep, so I went to my room.
Let's talk to the abbot.
The abbot greets you in a friendly manner, then asks you how he could help you.
I want to know more about somebody.
Who is the person you want to know more about?
Tell me about Father Bernard.
The father has been living among us for ages, but he will be leaving the monastery soon, because he was called to join the court of a nobleman. Bernard is a good man. His only flaw is that he loves wine.
In this day and age, who doesn't? Let's talk about something else.
Who is the person you want to know more about?
Tell me about the young priest.
The young priest Jonas arrived here half a year ago, after he heard about the prophet who lives at our monastery, and he wanted to learn from him. He's been serving us faithfully since then, and we are satisfied with him.
Let's talk to the young priest.
The young priest is a scrawny young lad who can't be older than 16. He has a devout expression on his gaunt face when he greets you.
Did you hear anything strange during the night?
No, nothing unusual happened.
I hear you were wandering around at night.
Yes, I know Father Bernard very well already, and when I finished my prayers, I went down to help him get to his room.
I'll carry him on my investigation elsewhere.
The abbot greets you in a friendly manner, then asks you how he could help you.
I go and talk to someone.
Who do you want to talk to? I would be happy to help you.
I go to see Father Bernard.
Father Bernard is a short, stubby man with a red nose who smiles like a simpleton. How can I help you, my child? He asks you.
I heard you had some wine in the evening.
Indeed, after the prophet left to pray, we started sipping wine with the night. After a while, I even had a slumber on a table.
The young priest told me he brought you back to your room.
Yes, I do remember. It has happened before. I am sorry about our guest, though. We must have woken him when we returned to our room.
I heard that you were leaving the monastery soon.
Yes, the nobleman has just been baptized and has asked me to be the priest of his newly built church. I am just waiting for the condition of the roads to improve and I shall be on my way.
The abbot greets you in a friendly manner, then asks you how he could help you.
Who is the person you want to know more about?
Tell me more about the local prophet.
He is a holy man who never lies. We all feel tremendous respect for him. We are happy to have him among us. He is a good example to us all.
Let's go talk to the prophet then.
The prophet is an old man with long hair and a bushy beard. His face is peaceful and he gives you a friendly greeting.
I heard Father Bernard is leaving you.
Yes, he's planning to travel to the court of Sir Trevor. He will be very busy because there are many pagans there. The young priest also arrived from that area, but his devotion is without any doubt.
What did you do after supper?
I went to the chapel to pray and only arrived back at my room at night. I saw someone rushing away down the corridor, but I couldn't tell who it was. My eyes are not as good as they used to be, but I am sure he was not wearing a robe.
What is the lost artifact good for?
According to the legend, it heals diseases, but it only helps Christians. Those whose faith is not true enough had better stay away from it. Moreover, it defends the monastery by keeping the possessed outside.
I'll go back to the abbot and carry on my investigation.
The abbot greets you in a friendly manner, then asks you how he could help you.
Who is the person you want to know more about?
Tell me some about the knight.
As I told you before, I don't know too much about him. His name is Sir William. I had never seen him before yesterday when he asked for shelter from the storm. His quarters are in the tower room.
Let's go to the knight.
You find Sir William in his room, and he seems anxious to be on his way. He is only waiting for the roads to become passable. He greets you politely and asks what he can do for you.
Do you know Sir Trevor, who will employ Father Bernard on his domain?
Yes, I have heard about them. His family has been suffering from a horrible disease for generations. Maybe that is the reason they got baptized. They hoped the power of prayer would help them.
The abbot greets you in a friendly manner, then asks you how he could help.
Who do you want to talk to? I would be happy to help you.
Father Bernard is a short, stubby man. The abbot greets you in a friendly manner, then asks you how.
Who do you want to talk to? I would be happy to help.
The young priest is a scrawny young lad who can't be older than 16. He has a devout expression on his gaunt face when he greets you.
Do you know Sir Trevor, who summoned Father Bernard to his domain?
Yes, I grew up on his lands. He was a believer of the old faith at that time. He just got baptized recently. The wedding of his daughter was still a pagan ritual, but you should ask the knight about this, because he was the one who married her.
I will go to the knight.
You find Sir William in his room, and he seems anxious to be on his way. He is only waiting for the roads to become passable. He greets you politely and asks what he can do for you.
So you're the one who married the daughter of Sir Trevor? Why didn't you tell me?
The knight cracks under the weight of accusation and admits that he stole the holy relic. He says his intentions were all good. He only wanted to heal his love.
I let him go, but before I do, I take the relic back.
The abbot is very thankful and tells you that before the Grail shattered into pieces, it was kept in Meacham, and its powers can still be felt in the province. Not because it was there for a long time, but because a shard of it remains there to this day.
Oh, good. Continue.
The Shard of the Grail is powerful enough to close the demonic gates, but you have to take it from the Lord of Meacham,
he tells you. You spend the night in the monastery, then return to your army. Just as you leave the monastery, one of the monks seeks you out. He introduces himself as Brother Ignatius and tells you that he has decided to join you on your quest to save Britannia. He is a holy man who also possesses considerable arcane abilities, which may be very useful in the future.
I'm sure they will be, yes.
So they still have a shard of the Grail in Meadsham. That would explain how they have managed to resist Fomorian influence thus far. My lord, I suggest that we begin diplomatic negotiations with Meadsham immediately, and convince them to part with the shard for the sake of Britannia. If our diplomatic relations are good enough, they will surely see reason. Otherwise, I'm afraid, we'll have no choice but to take the shard by force.
Let's hope it doesn't go to that. Ah! It's a tainted one, so... That's a lot of never gates. A lot of never gates. And the rain lets up now that I've finished the quest that described it explicitly as raining. Yes, I remember learning all about this period of history in school, when there were black mists and demonic invasions and the forces of chaos operating under a completely different name. Right. Keep.
On my way.
Blackthorn Guards, Deepwood Hunters. Brother Ignatius, A. And you're a sage, so you are specifically very good for magic. Oh, that's useful. So you have a retinue of big, strong, powerful dudes. Immune to poison. More survivors after battle. I kind of like the sound of you. That's a useful ability. Bless is always useful. Enhanced Magic Shield is also useful. That's going to be essential later. Oh wait, yeah, it has to be winter before I can actually... Ah, no. Right, so you're going to be going for the Hermit's Treasure.
On my way.
While you're here, you will replenish your casualties. I mean, these guys are also cheaper. Well, I've already got a full unit of these guys, so it's not like I need to recruit more right now. Oh, hello, Fomorians. You are scary. Ah, more diplomacy. It's just coming out the woodwork, isn't it? I suppose I'll grab that one. I don't think... Right. William. As I said, I will focus on cleave right now. HP, spell power, mana, I will go for... Let's get your mana up this time. Right, let's get your damage up. New skill. Haste. Masterwork weaponry. Fomori Slayer. Do it. Am I wrong to put all of my eggs in one basket? Maybe. Do I care? No, I die like men. We die like men and we just stick with what we know. Die, Fomoris. Especially when the Fomori have flying things, I just want them to die. Although with the spearmen, I suppose... Ooh. I think I'll go with experienced retainers. Ooh, I like that. 111. Shield disruption. I like. So let's go with shield disruption. Haste. Hello, brother. Oh, and you even get Fireball. Hell yes. In fact, I can max out your Fireball. Spell power. Next time you level up, you'll be getting... Right, mana. What is the penetration on that? Low. Yeah, I thought so. Location list. I don't think I have any new places. So the only things I can do are to continue. Right, that one's on your way, so you might as well do that one.
On my way.
Sons of the Wilderness.
You have been hearing disturbing rumors from the villages northwest of Bedford. And when a messenger arrives from an old friend of yours from the area, you are certain that something bad is happening around there. Your friend Sir Gambolt wants to meet you in person, although his choice of meeting point is rather intriguing. The deep woods.
In the forest, I meet a group of tough-looking, ragged warriors. Sir Gambalt seems to be in charge of these savage, undisciplined men, and I am not surprised to learn that they are beastmen. Sir Gambalt was hunting these wolf beasts until he discovered that they are not werewolves, but shape-changers fleeing the settlers of Bedegrain Forest. Unfortunately, they are constantly mistaken for werewolves, and the local rulers want their blood. They need my help, and they'd be willing to serve me in return. Intriguing. If I give them proper clothes and equipment and send away to an outpost, things will quiet down. I will get one wolf breed unit in a year, and the ability to recruit one extra wolf breed. If I recruit them into my army and send some compensation to the locals, it costs me more gold, but I get the wolf breed unit right now, and the ability to recruit an extra wolf breed. I think I'll do that one. It doesn't anger the others.
Yes, my lord.
Right. Which quest is that one? Seekers of the Unseelie. Bloody hell, they're all the quests are coming at once. Merlin's Apprentice, Gates and Seals. I didn't even realise I was on book 2 yet. But, okay, that makes sense. Oh, and I've got the Red Dragon Blade. Which is actually a really nice blade. And it's one-handed. Oh. Where is it? Go. Just straight up extra damage of no element. Kill enough soldiers and I get more cooldown and more mana. That's better than what I had before. Yes. That one's a battle, and there's a bunch of diplomacy, and that one's a battle as well. They're all battles, apparently. Right, let's do the diplomacy first. Diplomacy is nice and simple. I know what I'm doing with diplomacy.
Hear my words, good sir, for I come with a grave warning. The wild forests of Bedegrain shelter refugees sworn to Sabors. Although he was once a knight of the Round Table, he no longer trusts King Arthur, and he plans to move against Hotwood Keep. You must deal with this threat immediately, but beware. Bors is a very powerful and charismatic leader, and the believers of the old faith will obey his words.
Oh, for God's sake. Why does everybody hate me?